Letters from my Darkweb Hitman. The powers that be put a hit out on me. The powers that be put a hit out on me. The Illuminati, the military-industrial security and surveillance complex, the security and surveillance state, the intelligence community, the deep state, the criminal Christian right, concentrated wealth and power. Call it what you will. They wanted me dead, and they tried very hard to kill me, and I barely survived. Understand that. I am who I say I am. I am telling the truth. The following are transcripts of excerpts from Letters from my Darkweb Hitman. The original letters are embedded in my manuscript of my book and are in a safe location. Abdul Alim Arthur is a half-black and half-Iranian terrorist and a sociopath with psychopathic tendencies. He is also a murderer and a rapist and a convicted sex offender currently serving 35 to 37 years at Nebraska State Penitentiary. He was hired to kill me by a woman in a higher social strata by the name of, I met his cousin Terrence Moore. He assures me that Abdul is who he says he is. Here are his confessions. But first, an excerpt from Behold a Pale Horse. History is replete with whispers of secret societies, accounts of elders or priests who guarded the forbidden knowledge of ancient peoples. Prominent men meeting in secret who directed the course of civilization are recorded in the writings of all people. The oldest is the Brotherhood of the Snake, also called the Brotherhood of the Dragon, and it still exists under many different names. The Brotherhood of the Snake is devoted to guarding the secrets of the ages and to the recognition of Lucifer as the one and only true God. If you do not believe in God, Lucifer, or Satan, you must understand that there are great masses of people who do. I do not believe in racism, but millions do, and their beliefs and actions based upon those beliefs will affect me. It is clear that religion has always played a significant role in the course of these organizations. Communication with a higher source, often divine, is a familiar claim in all but few. The secrets of these groups are thought to be so profound that only a chosen, well-educated few are able to understand and use them. These men use their special knowledge for the benefit of all mankind. At least that is what they claim. How are we to know, since their knowledge and actions have been secret? Fortunately, some of it has become public knowledge. Initiation is a means of rewarding ambitious men who can be trusted. You will notice that the higher the degree of initiation, the fewer the members who possess the degree. This is not because the other members are not ambitious, but because a process of very careful selection is being conducted. A point is reached where no effort is good enough without a pull up by the higher members. Most members never proceed beyond this point and never learn the real secret purpose of the group. The frozen member from that point on serves only as a part of the political power base, as indeed he has always done. You may have guessed by now that initiation is a way to determine who can and cannot be trusted. Initiation into the highest degrees of the group involves subjection to trials which not infrequently resulted in death or insanity for the candidate. Top secret. All right, letter number 1. You really want to be my friend? My first friend doing 35 to 45 years at NSP? I really am who I said I was, understand that. But thanks for answering the reply. It means a lot. Who are you really? Are you ready to join the organization? I'll never lie to you again. Unnecessary ones, anyway. I truly mean that, and you have my word. Now, don't think I'm just going to tell you everything. I'll do what I can. You know who I am. The order is very real and in full effect. Look for the truth and you will find what you seek. You are not dumb by far, know that. I mean, look, you figured out a lot on your own, and I think you are getting an understanding, and understanding is key. Next is perception. How do you perceive the universe, and how is it really? Everything they told us was a lie. Money is another illusion of man. What type of intel are you looking for, and why with them? They are very dangerous. Be careful mentioning them. Remember, so much is compromised and hidden and being changed and erased. like Egypt, or should I call it Kemet, or ancient Kemet, where the Order of the Snake originated. That's the last recorded moment of it. The order is real and very old. It will be there in the end. Do you realize that? What do you think you know? Treason, that is for sure. Visual light spectrum and transhumanism, illegal weapon signals and neural implants are real. Want to find out how deep the rabbit hole goes, Neo? I'm not on anyone's side but mine. Everyone's really in a power struggle. My best friend was a spy, so I've been on my own since 13 years old. I'm conditioned, and not like most was conditioned, because the world is conditioned. I know how to shut all feelings and emotions off to get the job done. You getting another chance, make good choices. Talking to me ain't bad because you want something from me. Life is a risk. To rapidly swim against the grain in the ocean of lies the American government has created, is that what you want? The world is controlled. Families influence the top 10%. What do you know? If you really want to be my friend, you would want what I want and help me, but then that's more than friendship. You want an understanding of mutual gain. That's what you're looking for, right? I rocks with you, Dylan. I'm glad I got to truly get to know you and that you're not dead. Is God real, Dylan? I've done so many bad things, Dylan. I've been on my own since 13. I'm 36 now. 12 years is a long time, but I need time to think, then rethink the important things of true life. Read David Icke. He explains how Satanists rule on a worldly and international level. Look at us. Look at the world. We kill each other over what? They need us to be under control so the yoke can get heavier. In Plato's Republic, the cave analogy is what they've been using on us, therefore the effects are such. How do we get out of that? Do you know? Understand where you're at to know where you're going as a whole and as an individual. Do you know my motives? What I want out of and for the world? Everyone has defenses. People hurt you because they are able to. The world is evil and of the devil. It is his playground. This is more comfortable for me than what you're going through. I couldn't take it. I'm glad I have and know my out date. I know what I can do, and why torment yourself? Do you care what others think about you? I used to. You got this. Are you working on your PTSD? Are you planning for your life long term, Mod Father? We can be friends. Everything matters. Make goals for when you get out. Plan. It's not too late, Dylan. You will be my only friend. Trust is everything. What would you like to know? Letter number 2, Arthur Abdul Alim. Number 216421, 7/17/2023. What's good with you? I had to scuff this motherfucker the other day over some bullshit. Things have been doing okay so far for now. I've been trying not to regress to that old person. It's not easy in this place. You know I got spies all over. I have to change a lot with how I live and function. Do you think people can change? I ain't gonna give up on me. I still have hope. Check out Mark Diocese, Inside the Illuminati. It's good. What all have you been reading? Don't isolate yourself too much. Keep them out of your head and don't disclose sensitive information. It's war and I want to see you get through this. You're very smart. Don't let everyone know exactly how smart you are. It can become a weakness. Sun Tzu shows us that this game we play is war. The government is capitalizing on us, trying to kill us and keep us dumb to the fact. But you up. You ain't sleep. It's not hopeless. I know how to win. Sun Tzu said there are 5 different levels of spies and secret agents. Native, inside, doubled, expendable, and living. Do you know about those? You must know your enemy. How well do you know yours? Trust we have the same enemy, and they made themselves our enemy. Know that. Since our birth. Is everyone blind? We are in the same situation, but we both have another chance, so we should have hope. Don't let this bring us down. Inside agents are enemy officials whom we employ. Native agents are those of the enemy's country, people whom we employ. Doubled agents are enemy spies whom we employ. Expendable agents are those of our own spies who are deliberately given fabricated information. Living agents are those who return with information. It's all chess, the thinking man's game. Do you believe the Orwellian prophecy is real? I can show you if you don't. How do you kill the five-headed snake? I fear you've been fixating on the order of the snake. That is how they want us to feel, embrace, and accept so they can manipulate us more. What does your mom say about me? I just want to know. I have to get myself together in all aspects. Hell, I'm a Hitler fan, as you know. Yeah, the government is just another tyrant. I know you're not lying to me about a solid decade of abuse by the security and surveillance state. And trusting me is the least of your worries, but you should know that. But you will in time see I'm to be trusted when we are on the same side. Yes, I have 10 to 12 years to serve, but I'm not sad. It is what it is. Life goes on. Nothing stops my plan. I'm a sleeper cell. I'm a true terrorist to the government. I should be dead, but I'm not, so I'm capitalizing on my investment. I needed about 15 years to study, and now I have 12 to do nothing but study. So I'm winning. Why do you ask, who the fuck am I? You know who you are. The real question is, who do you want to be? You can't let the world get inside your head and use you for their gain. Letter number 3, Arthur Abdul Alim, number 216-421-724-2023. Dylan, stop. Take a deep breath. I know you are not crazy. You are just traumatized. PTSD is real. Remember, believe all of what you see, half of what you hear, and none of what you know. I told you this part before. What do we see? The illusion. What do we hear? Lies. Therefore, what do we know? We know what they want us to know. Because we see the illusion, we know reality. Reality is perception-based. Use this to our benefit and to help us. Quote, if I cannot live with you, I will live through you, end quote. How did you come across all this information on the enemy? Do you really think they got you? Neural implant and nanomites. That top secret shit is real. Don't think it's not. If you tell them everything, they'll know you're too dangerous. When you're a threat, you are a target. Remember that. The hard way is how we happen to learn. The hand is slowly forming the fist with the world in its palm. I want to save the world also. Remember, I told you there are others fighting for what we want. To understand, we are behind in technology. Why are you surprised that niggers tried to kill you? I told you what it was. You know too much and you're not on their side. We must move forward with life always. Never let them know what we know, plan, or do. Dylan, play your role if you want to, but if you just need to vent, you can. Friends are beneficial to each other. It's not easy, but nothing worth it is. An organized criminal moving in silence. They terrorize us and call us terrorists, blacklist us, label us, to oppress us more. My pen name will be Eric Blair. What do you think? Do you know that the Uniform Commercial Code is real? There is a way we can win. The Illuminati was created to infiltrate every other secret society to the highest level, thus creating one large controlled society. What do you want out of life? Letter number 3, part 2, Arthur Abdul Alim, number 216421. Endless Nights poem. No gifts under the Christmas tree. I was locked up and no one came to visit me. I've never been to high school but would have been voted top 5 America's Most Wanted, a known shooter in the streets. I have no empathy and sympathize with only me. No gifts under the Christmas tree. I was locked up and no one came to visit me. I'm an American psycho who was born and bred to use a rifle like Nitro as I look through that night scope. Letter number 3, part 3, Arthur Abdul Alim, number 216421. Yes, God is very real. He allowed these things to happen to you maybe because he needed your attention. He allowed those things to happen to you maybe because he needed your attention and for you to do his will. You spoke of Paul/Saul, the Christian killer who chops God's people's heads off, one of the worst of the worst. But look what he did to him. He blinded him, put him to the point where he needed God's people and they helped him because everyone has a role to play in God's game of life. You have to make a choice, Neo. Yes, you do. The red pill is out of the matrix with all information or true reality. The blue pill makes you stay deaf, dumb, and blind. What do you choose? I was given that choice at the age of 13. I chose the red pill. Once you're out, there is no going back. You can't unknow what you know. It sucks at first. I was there somewhat where you are or were. There's still hope. God has a plan for you, like Saul. What will it take for you to listen? And we listen to our hearts. Do you want to know what God's plan for you is? I know, and you should know too. Noam Chomsky is my nigga. I fucks with Noam. It's not about us. It's all about Allah/God. Not religion, but the one-on-one relationship with you and God. If he spoke to you, listen. Listen to the silent voice. I still have that book, The Voice of Silence, that you got, Isaiah. Bro said I could have it. If God spoke to you, you could be dipped in blood to come out whiter than fresh snow, one of his chosen. You have to make your will his will. Make Allah/God your master and be his servant. Time as we know it does not matter. Completing the mission is all that matters. Citizens and civilians are different. The 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution defines what a citizen is. I am not a citizen or a civilian. I'm an American, a true American. The Declaration of Independence 1776 tells us to stand up against the government when it's doing what it's doing now to the people. But I'm a terrorist, so I fight for what's right, and I'm not alone. Doing your research when you get out, even having some paperwork is not bad, but don't go public with it until you're off NRRI. There are so many ways they can shut you down. There are some good people in politics and journalism. Dylan, just look at what William Cooper talked about, and they killed him. They will try to kill you and make it look like you hung yourself. If you keep dodging death, it means slow down or stop for a while, figure things out, and then proceed with caution. No one can dodge death forever. Cars blow up, houses blow up, people die in their sleep, their loved ones start to die. I can go on and on. I'm your friend trying to help us. I know you will do what you want in the end, or when the time is right. Just don't brush off what I'm saying. To fix the future, we must impact the future. Yes, Dylan, the truth does hurt, but pain should motivate you. A true friend will never sell you out. We all fuck up. Hell, I fucked up. That's part of why I took that deal. We fuck up. We live, we learn. Signs come when they are meant to, when we need them, and when we ask. Intention is everything. It's not too late for me, but no more fuck-ups. I'm getting low on lives and on chances to correct my path, Dylan. God/Allah spoke to me. He told me to speak the truth. I thought he meant about him, but now I think he meant about everything, so I study all of God's Word. Yes, that book, the Book of Secret Wisdom, would be nice to have. I forgot its name. And intent is very important. Yeah, the 180 degrees for me is what's needed, and I've come to see. Balance is important. I don't know much about equilibrium. Who you are matters minimum. Who you want to be is what matters most. Yes, we have the power, but there is more knowledge to be had. If we leave our legacy, we will live on. Justice and truth, for I strive to be righteous. Yes, Dylan, I know what you mean by keep power in check. How do we stop the powerful from doing as much damage to us as possible? We can expose and confront them publicly and keep them in check until they close their fist on us and rule us by force. But yes, keep them in check. You can take your wish back, but it's good to have a dream, which is a Goonies reference. To save the world is your dream. To save the world is your dream. One must stay out the way. If you put yourself out there at all, you are in the way. Just work or get a check, stay home, do research, prepare for when you can hit the stage. There are many ways to attack the enemy. Quote, how much imminent danger will I be in upon my release, end quote. That's up to you. If you sit back and make them think you're not worried about them, I think you'll be fine and safe. If not, who knows? If I can suggest you should stay low-key and do small things until I'm out, then I can have you meet people who have the same cause as us. If you need anything when you get out, I'll do my best to help you meet the right people. You're going to have to pay them for it, though. If you stay out the way, you won't need one. But I got you, which is a motherfucking gun. But anyways, Allah/God will make your path straight if it's in his plans. Righteousness is key. Follow your heart. It's your true mind. 14th and Bancroft, Little Italy. Riley, the hacker Abdul sicked on me, is cool, and yeah, he looks like that. And that lady Elaine B is the least of our worries. Some fat bitch who followed me all over Nebraska and Denver, Colorado. A slug beast who spit on the ground after she asked me if I had any kids, and I said no, and she smiled and spit on the ground, and then they tried to whack me. But anyways, okay, forgiveness goes a long way, my friend. The heat should be off for now unless you turn it back on with your actions. They cannot be fought with force. I mean, look what happened with you. A solid decade of relentless felony surveillance, harassment, infiltration, electronic harassment, attempted murders. You are wise and very helpful, my friend. Quote, have a higher estimate of your own significance, end quote. I'll try to understand that. What do you mean exactly by that? To have a higher standard for myself? I'm working on me. I've come a long way and have a long way to go, but my intentions are good and my heart is good. I have the jailhouse lawyer's handbook still. I'm rebuilding my karma, and I'll remember all that. There is a movement going on as we speak in favor of our goals. I want us to go to Mecca. Save what you can when you can. All is well with me. I'm going to start sending you stuff that is on my mind if you don't mind. Well, I have to get this in the mail now. Thanks for everything. Keep me informed. Peace. Letter number 4, Arthur Abdul Alim, 8/04/2023. Dylan, I am not your enemy. I do not work for them. I am a spy for myself. I gather information and knowledge for myself. I don't want fame or fortune. Happiness would be nice, but still I strive for better days to come. I have done a lot of bad. I don't want to hurt you in any way. I hope you know that. I want what's best for you, my friend. You know you are my only friend, and I'm trying to be a good friend to you. I just got done reading your rhymes. Seems like you know what you want out of life. Today is a blessed day, for I have woken up, and that in itself is a blessing. Dylan, for we could be dead, me and you both. I was up all night thinking, why did I not pull the trigger? I was up most of the night pondering this question. You were my mark, and now you are my only friend, the one I can truly count on, for you are a man of your word. I was a different person then. Seems like so many years ago, 2017. I am 95% sure it was Allah/God who stayed my hand atop that rooftop in Denver. I've never had that happen to me before. No one ever dodged death once I was onto them, for I was death in the flesh. That divine intervention has bothered me ever since. Like, why would it happen? Why would God save you? I was seeking God, and he did not come until he came on your behalf. I asked myself, why would he save you and not that 5-year-old boy who's in my dreams from time to time? I'm a killer, a cold-blooded murderer with no remorse, and God forgives me. I have to forgive me. I was in a fight not too long ago. I had dude in a headlock. He tapped out, but I was going to kill him until I realized where I was at and let him go. He said he was going to kill me with a scared look on his face. I just left his cell. Dylan, I have your back 100%, but I need to know you have mine. Her name is Brenda Stenson. She put the hit out on me. She is in town, very close to Pete Ricketts, and most likely our new governor. She is above the old man in Little Italy. They think I don't know, but I know a lot more than I let on. Act dumb and they'll think you are. Show them you're smart and they'll test you. I was never one for tests, I used to say. You are with me or against me, but there's a lot of people who are just blowing in the wind. They're lost to what's going on around them. They are the 85%, the deaf, dumb, and blind. Those are who you wish to save. I've been into the know of the real world since I was 13 to 14. It took a year. Then I snuck out of this country to become a lion's cub. I joined them at 14 years old because there was no place for me in America. The feds would like to know that. They showed me a picture of myself holding an AR-15 in an all-white Middle Eastern garb with hijab. They said, "Who is this?" My heart sank to my stomach. Then I remembered what I was taught and went crazy mentally. I got behind my lawyer and said, "The devil sent them to kill me," and shit. Well, that ended that ASAP. They just popped the doors. So later, I never wanted to kill you, Dylan. It was never personal, my friend. It was only business, and I was in the business. I hope you know that. I'm forced to do God's work for now. Ain't that some shit? I can no longer go back. I must go forward. I have a mission, and the Almighty will take the wheel at times. Like, I must trust you so you can trust me so we can accomplish what we need to. I see now that is why I started this letter, to build trust. Dylan, why do you think Allah has chosen us? God spoke to me and told me he loves me, forgives me, and that I have work to do. Sounds crazy, huh? I died, Dylan. I got stabbed 3 times in my skull, once in my neck, and I bled out, Dylan. I bled out. I felt peace for once in my life. Then I came back into this world that is hell. Dylan, this is hell. Peace is with God/Allah the Almighty. A lot of work must be done before the end, my friend. Man's time does not matter. Inshallah, if God wills it. To give up is to fail. To fail is to truly die. Therefore, we cannot give up. We got this. Evil is real. It scares me from time to time. But I remember I have God. Remove all hate from your heart, Dylan. We must love, for we are not like them. If we hate, we leave no room for anything else. I know the dark side, Dylan. It calls me from time to time. But God showed me the light. Inshallah, Dylan. If it's God's will, it will be. Everything that's meant to happen will happen. There's good in it all, even the bad, especially the bad, for it builds us. I'm doing my best to be a better person than I've been in my past, and no, you cannot write your way out of there, the Lincoln Regional Center. But you can think your way out, and I'll help you once again, this time because you are my friend, Dylan. Now, in order to help, I need to know everything they know. They work for the government, Dylan. Never forget that fact. They are the enemy. They are not as smart as us, I tell you. Even though you told them my first plan, it can still work. And yes, they are that dumb. They just want to correct your mind. It doesn't have to be true, but you have to convince them, so it will take time. Give it a year or two, Dylan. In reality, it may not take that long. Just prepare for the long run. First, what's time to you? Time is nothing but this moment. Therefore, it does not matter. The clock is man's invention, not God's. Man creates time to form his illusions. I just took a swig and it's got my train of thought off. Sorry. What's the reality? Not the reality they want us in. The reality is this is Rome, Dylan. This is Rome. Constantine the Great is not in power. The Pope is under a new master. Even the World Bank Group is under new leadership. The ruler of this world is Satan, Dylan, and this is the final chapter. Sorry, Dylan, you can still save the world, my friend. It may take hundreds of years. We must preserve our minds just as Noam Chomsky is doing, and just as David Icke and William Cooper have done. Our power is in our pen, and our mind is the key to be free-minded, free thinkers, and to let our future know when you are like we are, they'll kill you for tainting the future. So we taint it as best we can. Dylan, you are not delusional. You know that. I know it too. But it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. They say you are, and until you recant, you shall be delusional, and they say you're dangerous because of the delusions. Therefore, the more you write, trying to convince them, the more delusional you will be. They are all spies, my friend, all of them. They said I was delusional, and I recanted my reality, and you must do the same. For to try to convince them will not happen, and he who thinks it is possible is delusional himself. Because the black cat that calls the kettle black knows he is also black. Does that make sense? This is war, man, and you put yourself in it, in the middle, with no supporters, no lifeline, and no one to help you. Now you have a friend who can help you, but will you listen? No, no one listens to me. Quote, we all fucked up, end quote. Dylan, you said that. The trick is to not keep fucking up and to correct it if you can. Can you correct your fuck up? Dylan, I think you can. Step 1 equals get out. Step 2 equals stay out. Step 3 equals regain grandfather's good name. Step 4 equals crash the system. Step 5 equals rebuild it. 5 hard steps for us, but we can do it, Dylan. One must have self-control and discipline. Be humble, not prideful. Be clever, as in know when to lay low and play possum. Learn the game and know when to apply it. This is not easily done, but Noam Chomsky does it. To put them on blast on everything is to seal your fate, because then they will kill you. You must believe and live in their reality they have created for you. You are a peasant, yet you act as a king. Therefore, you are delusional, so act as a peasant acts, and know to yourself that you are a king, and you will have your freedom. Then strike at the right time, and you will have your throne and crown. You dig that? Now apply that to your situation. Dylan, my friend, you dream big. How will you/we accomplish it? Because to keep them in check is not good enough. There are laws to the game of power they are playing. Dylan, the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene tells us some. The Art of War by Sun Tzu tells us strategies they use. Other books like The Count of Monte Cristo in 1984, whose authors were both part of secret societies. Read The Count of Monte Cristo. The main character, Edmund D., is wrongfully convicted and spent many years in prison. Then he escaped and got his revenge on them all. He could have just got out and enjoyed his newfound life. So, like Edmund, you are. Will you seek your revenge or enjoy your life? I shall be as Edmund and get my revenge, for since birth they have attacked me for nothing other than greed. So I shall collapse their foundation and destroy their house. Quote, I cannot help but tell the truth. That's my thing. That's what I do, end quote. Damn it, Dylan, learn to lie. You are the only one playing by the rules. The odds you'll lose just compounded. By making others dumb, they make themselves smart. They enslave us and make us dumb and think we ought to love them. LOL. That's how dumb they are. Once everyone knows the truth, they will be hated. But by then it will be too late. So yes, it is very lonely, Dylan, but we are not alone. You must remember that. I do my best to wake up the 85%, the sleepers, the deaf, dumb, and blind. It will be harder to wake up the ones there, Dylan. Do not get depressed. This is what you signed up for, remember? The prison I am in is my choice. Likewise, the one you are in is your choice, and we cannot go back. We shouldn't want to. It's all about faith, Dylan. What do you have faith in? The things you went through were not aimed at you, but at non-whites. You and white people like you are just collateral damage to them, the racist white rulers of this world, Dylan. 2/3 of the world is colored. 1/3 of the world is white, Dylan. Do you know that? And the more crossbreeding that's done, the faster the white race will be non-existent. They have to kill us, Dylan, and fast. But guess what? That's been their plan, and it's working slowly. Too slow. Prisons aren't killing them fast enough. They're not killing each other fast enough, and all the other systems created to kill them ain't doing it fast enough. Dylan, the reality of the facts may scare you. Some would say that your fight is against your own kind, Dylan. What do you think about that? How does that make you feel, my friend? In the 1960s, they would have called you a nigger lover, Dylan. Niggers tried to kill you, but racist white people sent those niggers to kill you, Dylan. I'm not here to influence you by any means, my friend. I'm just telling you what I perceive to be the facts, man. The way things are. Perception, Dylan, is a motherfucker. On one hand, whites will be bred out in time, so they must do something to stay alive, right? So the rulers of this world perceives what they are doing to be right, what's best for them. And the 2/3 of the world, the 85%, feels it's wrong what they are doing. Think about this. If you were born with the rich white leaders of this world, would you still feel the same? Or do you only feel how you feel because you were born on the opposite side? Dylan, how I see it is you were not born one of them, rich, white, and in charge. So you are one of us. The war has long since begun. It's been going on for a very long time and will continue until who knows when. But guess what? You and I will win in the end if, as you said, we live a life in truth. I said living in truth. to stay true to ourself, our heart, for wrong is always wrong no matter how it is justified. Dylan Jihad, Isha Allah, some say we are brothers of the same struggle. That's the same as saying the enemy of my enemy is my friend. What do you think? For your friend may one day become your enemy. That's why I don't like the term friend, Dylan. They all have a price on when they'll turn on you. So what's your price for you to turn on me, my friend? For me, it's the same. I cannot be bought, but when one becomes counterproductive to me or for me or my cause or my mission in this life, that is when. I am 100% real, Dylan. I'm a spy. Not for them, for myself. I do not choose sides, Dylan, because in the supreme reality we are all one. I know who I am, Dylan. I wish for you to see clearly who you are, Dylan. My friend, my brother, I want you to be so badly, but you, Dylan, must see who you truly are, man. I can show you, but it is up to you and Allah/God for you to see. If you ever see the world through my eyes, Dylan, and tell them and try to convince them, they'll keep you for a long time. Be humble because we are only a small part of a big whole. I am in hell, Dylan, and so are you. Are you content? I am content with life. Not at peace, not happy, but content, yes, because I know who I am. Who are you, Dylan? Who are you? I am the one. Wake up, Dylan. The Matrix has you, and the choice is yours, your free will. For I was asleep, deaf, dumb, and blind to the supreme reality. Do you know what that is? It's the ultimate reality where all realities exist at once. It's God's reality, Dylan. A lot of people ask me about my experience when I died, and I'll not tell them, but I was with God/Allah, and I for once felt true peace. As I have never felt before, then bam, back to hell, and I truly felt the pain of this world, for one can't understand the true pain of hell until one knows the bliss. So, Dylan, red pill or blue pill? They call us delusional when we refuse to reside in their reality they have for us, but don't live in themselves. Like, if it's so great, then why are you not there? All pharaohs were a part of the order of the snake, as you should know. The devil and God are not one and the same, for God can do no wrong because his judgment is pure. The devil can do no good, for he strives to overthrow the good, the pure, the light. The darkness is ever trying to snuff out the light, but the light will ever shine in the darkness. The light is stronger than the darkness, and there is more darkness than light. The light is 100% together, but the darkness is separated by the light that shines within it. Do you understand all I have said so far? We are of Allah/God, so we can never become the devil no matter how much evil we do. Allah is man, A-L-L-A-H, arm, leg, arm, head. The being. We are God in the flesh, Dylan. We have a higher self and a lower self. The higher self is the good quality traits like righteousness, and the lower is the bad quality traits like lust. The lower is of this world, for we are flesh. The higher is of God/Allah, for we are his spirit. We must kill our lower self twice. Isaiah was talking about that with his books. The book of secret wisdom is about the heart, which is our true mind. The book I have now, the Book of Silence, you got that one for us. It is about being one with Allah/God, or as it is put, to become one with the one, and to allow the one to control the ones. We have gifts left for us like the supreme mathematics. Number 1, knowledge. Number 2, wisdom. Number 3, understanding. Number 4, culture/freedom. Number 5, power/refinement. Number 6, equality. Number 7, God. Number 8, build or destroy. Number 9, born. An infinity sign is cipher. The supreme mathematics is a key, so use this key in life. It will open up doors in your brain and mind and heart. Was Isaiah crazy or misunderstood by most? I think, hell, I know that most won't want to understand him. He was not crazy, Dylan. Remember when he freaked out and needed air? It was mental breath he needed. I really want to know what you think about him, Isaiah. I am convinced that God is truly with him. Everything happens for a reason. Do you know that, Dylan? That everything happens for a reason? Peace is the absence of confusion. Let me know what you think about this letter, please. Dylan, friends don't lie to friends. Thanks. I'm going to sum this up and get it to you. Remember, I'm, quote, crazy, end quote, and, quote, delusional, end quote, because I don't live in their Orwellian vision for me. Peace. Letter number 5. Arthur Abdul Alim, number 216-421-808-2023. Okay. To apply wisdom to life is to cultivate one's knowledge to best utilize it at the appropriate and or designated time for self-gain. For if you're not trying to prosper to the best of one's ability, one must assume the other is deaf, dumb, and blind, or servilely conditioned. The Constitution is being overridden. Treasonous acts are throughout the government as a whole. They are using and or cultivating the divine scheme according to Genesis, Sun Tzu, and laws 21, 27, 31, 15, 42, and 17 of the 48 laws of power. Law 17 is one of the most important of the enemy's tactics. When you look at the wisdom it takes for them to do what we put together, you must recognize the wisdom in that. Law number 21, play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. No one likes feeling stupider than the next person's. The trick, then, is to make your victims feel smart, and not just smart, but smarter than you are. Once convinced of this, they will never suspect that you may have ulterior motives. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. Become the focal point of such desire by offering them a cause, a new faith to follow. Keep your words vague but full of promise. Emphasize enthusiasm over rationality and clear thinking. Give your new disciples rituals to perform. Ask them to make sacrifices on your behalf. In the absence of organized religion and grand causes, your new belief system will bring you untold power. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. The best deceptions are the ones that seem to give the other person a choice. Your victims feel they are in control, but are actually your puppets. Give people options that come out in your favor, whichever one they choose. Force them to make choices between the lesser of two evils, both of which serve your purpose. Put them on the horns of a dilemma. They are gored wherever they turn. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. All great leaders since Moses have known that a feared enemy must be crushed completely. Sometimes they have learned this the hard way. If one ember is left alight, no matter how dimly it smolders, the fire will eventually break out. More is lost through stopping halfway than through total annihilation. The enemy will recover and will seek revenge. Crush him not only in body but in spirit. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Trouble can often be traced to a single strong individual, the stirrer, the arrogant underling, the poisoner of goodwill. If you allow such people room to operate, others will succumb to their influence. Do not wait for the troubles they cause to multiply. Do not try to negotiate with them. They are irredeemable. Neutralize their influence by isolating or banishing them. Strike at the source of the trouble and the sheep will scatter.